Boxers and boxing in general, you just don't underestimate anyone. You know, if you know your boxing, you can go back in history where people have underestimated certain fighters and fighters that should never beat a certain guy.
Just looking lads, the king's back, playing games, having fun, playing games, I swear to God, games.
You can't knock me, mate. Disrespect me and I'm going to take the job over. I don't care who it is. You disrespect me and I'm taking the job over. And nobody can stop me. Because I got a right to be there because I'm his father.
Anthony Joshua has sent a blunt message to Tyson Fury, and the heavyweight rivalry appears to be reaching a completely different level of intensity. After talk of Fury being knocked out in training, Joshua is reportedly mocking his longtime rival and questioning whether Fury still has the power needed to hurt him. Joshua's message is simple: underestimate him, and Fury could pay the price.
Where people have underestimated certain fighters and fighters that should never beat a certain guy and have gone in there and shocked the world because of this person took their
Former heavyweight champion has endured years of insults, criticism, and trash talk from Fury, and Joshua has made it clear that he has not forgotten any of it. Every comment, every jab, and every prediction has been stored away.
But Tyson, I never said at any one time he was in decline. You can only do with what you've got round you. And I said he needs to make a lot of adjustments for this next fight. Not he was in decline, there's two different things. About a man being in decline and a man's training can be in decline. I was on about his training camp and his training. That is and was in decline. So let's keep it properly. Because the last people that said that, I don't know what they do it for, just for a clickbait, for a view.
As motivation. Now, with the two finally moving toward a showdown, Joshua appears determined to turn all that frustration into fuel. Joshua's confidence is obvious. He is suggesting that Fury can no longer land the kind of punches that once made him one of the most...
To stay retired, he's not a happy man. And you know, he says he's got more to give. Let's see. I'm going to fly over there in a few weeks' time, put some time with him, and I want to see exactly what he has got. And if he has got plenty, we'll be back and we'll win a title again. But if he hasn't, he hasn't. And I'll tell him if he's either got it or he hasn't. I'm the one man to tell him. But you know, he's been over there 8 days of training.
Feared heavyweights on the planet. If Fury believes Joshua is finished, Joshua's warning is that he may discover the hard way just how dangerous his opponent can still be. But while Joshua remains composed, the atmosphere around Tyson Fury appears increasingly chaotic.
You know, these guys, of course, that carrot's going to be dangled in front of both of them. But it's a case of, you know, why? You know, why? And the thing is, someone's got to lose, and then they've got to live with themselves after that. So, why? I actually now don't think that fight will happen. A massive carrots will be dangling in front of him, but I don't think it will happen.
Fury continues to place himself at the center of the conversation surrounding his son's career. His public criticism of Tyson's preparation, including comments questioning the seriousness of his training camp, has created another layer of drama before one of the biggest fights of Fury's.
AJ's finished. He's got no punch resistance. I'm saying he's finished because he has got no punch resistance, and he hasn't. We saw that in abundance in round one against a nobody. So let's not skirt around it. Let's not try and dress it up in any other way. AJ's chin cannot take a punch. He's got a glass jaw, and it's never going to be solid anymore. It can't be. It's actually, I don't want to be too critical.
Career. Carl Fruck has repeatedly argued that a fighter at this level should not need his father's approval or public judgment. In Fruck's view, Tyson Fury has already accomplished enough inside the ring to make his own decisions. The constant criticism from outside the camp only creates...
They say about Tyson on Friday, his legs finished. Joshua is saying his chin finished. What do you think about this?
Well, listen,
crazy.
Today I have time now, yeah? Today I use news. I use social media and read news.
It's unnecessary noise. And that noise could become motivation. Johnny Nelson has questioned whether the Joshua Fury fight will actually happen, adding another layer of uncertainty to an already complicated situation. Brock, however, believes Fury has
So you can see how much work goes into them sessions. It's going to be a tough fight. No fight is easy. No matter how hard you train and how you just got to get lucky. You know, so what we're training for now is just to get lucky. Miss a punch that could have hurt, catch you with a punch that's going to hurt him. So it's kind of like when they say all in the bank, it's putting it all in the bank. And on June 1st, I'm going to have to check into my reserve.
Plenty left to prove. After his father's public comments about his preparation, Fury now has an opportunity to answer every critic with his performance. Brock has also delivered one of the harshest assessments of Joshua, describing him as a fighter whose chin and confidence have been badly damaged. Whether that assessment is fair or not, the message is clear. Brock believes Fury has...
Listen, Anthony Joshua is fucking shot to bits. Let's be totally honest. AJ shouldn't be anywhere near a ring, let alone inside a ring. Because if you're getting hit with a tiny little uppercut that travels about 12 inches and you're going over and you're getting ragdolled and body slammed and chucked around in round one, a lot of the people around him that have blown smoke up his arse, they're desperate for this fight to happen with him and AJ, him and Fury, and want AJ to go on and become undisputed heavyweight champion 2027. I think it was Usyk that said it, and Eddie Hearn obviously agrees with him. They're looking at round two and saying, oh, look at what you did in round two. Well, you climbed up the canvas in round one, you come back and you did that in round two. I'm not focusing on round two. I'm focusing on what went wrong in round one. What happened there? He came out. It was a little bit
has the tools to expose Joshua's weaknesses. The argument becomes even more interesting when you consider the opinions coming from other former champions and boxing insiders. Alexander Usyk has spoken positively about Joshua's potential, while others have questioned whether Joshua can regain the form that once made him the dominant force of the heavyweight division. Johnny Nelson has pointed to the uncertainty surrounding which version of Joshua will appear on fight night. Will it be the calm, disciplined Joshua who patiently breaks opponents down? Or will it be the fighter who becomes vulnerable when hurt early? That question could determine everything. Joshua himself has spoken about training, improvement, and friendly.
Anthony Joshua's next undisputed champion.
Anthony Joshua's next undisputed champion. Tell me, what was you thinking when he went down in the first round?
First round, it's test, but AJ back. Yeah, it's boxing, you know. It's boxing, like uppercut, good. It's a knockdown. Yeah, AJ back and win.
But the second knockdown, and I'm close to AJ, I was even worried.
Greedy belly. I know you now will speak. Ow, ow. You have cheese like weak chin, blah blah blah. Greedy belly, get out.
Listen, Greedy Belly won last night against Marius Wack. Did you see that performance?
No.
Do we see AJ Greedy Belly next?
Yes, of course.
How does it go?
I will here. I will in ring.
How will it go?
AJ win.
How does he win?
Knock him out.
There you go, AJ knockout from Alexander Usyk. Alexander, thank you so much. Guys, back to
competition with a surprisingly relaxed attitude. From the outside, he appears focused on his own development rather than getting dragged into every controversy surrounding Fury. But Brock believes that calmness could become a weakness if Fury enters the ring with genuine anger and purpose. Fury has always been at his most dangerous when emotionally invested. If the conflict with his father has genuinely added another layer of motivation, Joshua could be facing a version of Fury.
Going to train with him, there's still friendly competition in the gym. He might do, when he's skipping, longer than me, and next time I'm thinking I'm trying to outdo him, or he might run, or I might run longer than him. It's just always, it's not about ego. It's just our nature, just being competitive. And as a competitor, I wanted to improve, and I had an opportunity to go to his house and see what's going on and his environment, and I took it upon myself to take myself there because he has been the best, not only in the heavyweight division, he was the best cruiserweight, one of the best amateurs. So starting to understand how he managed to achieve all these things. I can see some clues, definitely, but also there's only one Anthony Joshua, and I've got to make it my own. I can't turn southpaw. I can't do the things that he done, but I can see the things that he done and make it Anthony Joshua's. And I think it's been good, man. Been really.
That is more determined than ever to silence his critics. Eddie Hearn, meanwhile, continues to emphasize Joshua's experience, consistency, and impressive resume. There is no denying that Joshua has faced elite competition throughout his career. But as Fruck points out, resumes do not win individual fights. Preparation does. Mental strength does. And ultimately, performance on the night does. That is why the current uncertainty surrounding both fighters is so fascinating.
Just look at the resume of Anthony Joshua. He has the best resume in heavyweight boxing, bar none. He's always fought the toughest fights. He's fought everybody that's been a mandatory. He's never swerved anyone. You know, he's a throwback fighter. The boxing public, boxing hardcore fans, don't really like anyone that has significant success in that outer space. But still, people will think that he's been spoon-fed or he's had easy fights. He's never had easy fights. And he's a good individual who works as hard as he can, provides for his family, and he's got a good heart. So I don't see how...
Joshua has the physical tools, experience, and punching power to change a fight instantly. Fury has the size, movement, creativity, and psychological experience to make opponents uncomfortable from the opening bell. Amir Khan has described the matchup as a genuine 50-50 fight, while leaning slightly toward Fury. That assessment reflects just how difficult this contest is to predict. Fury's size and awkward style could create major problems for Joshua. But Joshua's power remains a constant threat. One clean punch.
What happened with Anthony Joshua last night? Listen, Penga's, you know, he's got a knockout record, and so he can hit and he can hurt. But he shouldn't have been in Anthony Joshua's league, point blank. AJ, when it comes to the fashion of the fight, how he went about it, I thought he was on his front foot. He just was. I know in the gym, this guy's fluent. He's got great movement and great hand-foot-eye coordination. But then he just. There's a word called mercurial. I just learned it actually. And that describes Anthony Joshua. He's got so much talent, but it's a case of which version of him turns up when it comes to performance night. And performance night last night, the AJ that we know, the talented fighter we know, he wasn't there. The gut, the lion, the heart, he was there. Because he brought him, after 20 seconds, he got put down, had to get back up again. He was in trouble. He was still making rookie mistakes. I'm thinking, you shouldn't make those mistakes at this stage in your career. You are a former world champion. I know you're pulling your tongue out saying, I'm all right, I'm hurt. Who are you proving something to? This is about you and your corner. Forget the fans and get the job done.
Which could completely change the fight. Then, there is the emotional factor. John Fury's criticism of Tyson's camp has become almost as big a storyline as the fight itself. Instead of simply preparing for Joshua, Fury is now dealing with questions about his father's comments, his training, his motivation, and his career. Yet that pressure could work in Fury's favor. Some fighters crumble under chaos. Others become more dangerous. Brock clearly believes Fury belongs in the second category. He argues that the anger generated by the family conflict could sharpen Fury rather than weaken him. If Fury can turn that frustration into disciplined aggression, Joshua could find himself dealing with an opponent who refuses.
Do you have a prediction of how the AJ vs Tyson Fury fight could go?
In the UK, to have a mega fight like that would be massive. One of the biggest fights ever. Two heavyweights, two big names. And how the fight's gonna go, it looks a hard one to say. I still need to go back and see how Fury's fight went. I mean, I know it's more like a sparring session Fury had, but still, I want to see how he looked. But I think it's a 50-50 fight. Very close, very close. I do lean a little bit more towards Fury, but like I said, as time's been going on and Fury's not in activity, I think might work against him. I'll probably say, yeah, it's still, yeah, it's a very close fight. I'll call it 50-50.
To give him a moment to settle. That is the nightmare scenario for Joshua. A focused Fury using his jab, movement, size, and pressure while constantly forcing Joshua to react could expose any weakness in Joshua's composure. And if Joshua makes one of the mistakes that Nelson has warned about, Fury may be ready to capitalize immediately. But Joshua's camp will undoubtedly see the situation differently. They will argue that Fury's emotional turmoil could become a distraction. Anger is only useful if it is controlled. Too much emotion can lead to reckless decisions, wasted energy, and tactical mistakes. That could make the mental battle just as important as the physical one. For Joshua, the goal will be to remain disciplined, patient, and composed. For Fury, the challenge will be turning all that anger into intelligent aggression.
Mountains sometimes miss each other on a very rare occasion, and these two have. But it's gone now. It's gone. Both men have not got what they used to have. And 6 years ago it would have been the fight of the century. Or he said that, and I was.
Neither man can afford to lose control. What makes this rivalry so compelling is that both fighters have something bigger than a victory at stake. Joshua wants to prove that the doubters are wrong, and that his best days are not behind him. Fury wants to remind the world why he became one of the most difficult heavyweights of his generation. And now, according to the narrative surrounding this fight, Fury may also want to prove something to his own family. John Fury's public criticism has created an uncomfortable situation, but Tyson Fury ultimately gets the final word where it matters most: inside the ring. That is why all the talk about Joshua's chin, Fury's legs, training camps, motivation, and family drama.
The only person that don't want that fight, or sounded like they didn't want the fight, was Anthony Joshua. Talking about not stealing his thunder or whatever. I think the fight's going to happen. I think the fight is happening, and we're all looking forward to it. But Tyson Fury deserves respect, deserves credit, and we've got to acknowledge that he's just had a solid 12 rounds against a game opponent, and he got some good work in there, and that will set him up for the Anthony Joshua fight. And I'd like to see these two come together a little bit and just be face to face, up close and personal. Then you know it's real.
Will eventually have to disappear. The bell will ring. The excuses will disappear. And two of the biggest names in modern heavyweight boxing will finally have the opportunity to settle the argument themselves. Joshua believes Fury may no longer possess the power to hurt him. Fury's supporters believe Joshua's chin and composure are vulnerable. Fruck believes an angry and focused Fury could exploit every weakness. Nelson questions which version of Joshua will appear. Khan sees a fight that could genuinely go either way. And the entire boxing world is waiting to find out who is right. Whatever happens behind closed doors between Tyson Fury and John Fury, one thing is certain: Tyson Fury now has something personal to prove. And when he finally stands across from Anthony Joshua, every insult, every criticism, every family argument, and every doubt could come crashing into the ring with him. The question is whether that pressure creates the most dangerous Tyson Fury we've ever seen, or finally becomes the distraction that cost him everything.